Yes, y'all. So we back. It's another episode of the Klyph Notes podcast. Available everywhere you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I got to do all of the, the rejoints. Stuff to get y'all caught up on. By the time this drops, Roses and Bridges Radio will be a real situation. So if you are anyone who's been connected to my circle of influence in any form or fashion, go download that app. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So this is I was talking to Matt. Man, Mat Randol's back on the podcast. What up,
yes,
family?
Sir. What's good, bro?
Man, it's good to see you,
brother.
It's
good to connect with you, bro.
Man, I said that like this one's gonna be a little different because I've known you so. I was thinking about it and preparing for this interview. I've known you so long. It's like it's not even an interview anymore. It's just it's literally let's just get caught up because I know things have been moving since we talked last. So the last time we talked, shout out to Devin Boss.
Yes, sir.
Last time we talked, it was a really cool interview, a very in-depth and personal interview. We had an opportunity to shoot it like literally on your stomping ground, bro. Mm-hmm. And I really encourage people to go back and check out that episode of the podcast because I just appreciate you being so open in the time that a lot was happening for you personally.
Sure.
So thank you, man. Thank you for being vulnerable in that time. But that's been a couple years.
It has.
And things have happened. Stuff's been going down, man.
4 or 5 years, yeah.
Man, how you been?
Oh, man. Life is, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's the ebbs and flows of it, but I mean, I'm blessed, bro. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be motivated and focused and, trending upward.
Yeah.
So feel good.
When I think about the last time I saw you, had a chance to see you over at, I'm gonna say the name wrong, man. Forgive me, Dev. At the new food cart spot, Fui. Is that the name of it? I think it's.
FW. Yeah. I didn't know if they called it something. I was just calling it FW.
Yeah.
Respect to them, man.
Yeah, for real, man.
Shout out to bro.
The coffee, matcha, banana bread spot.
Fire.
Yeah. Had a chance to see you over there.
Yep. Shout out to them. Go check them out.
No doubt. And then prior to that, I saw you during Hip Hop Week at the event that you have continued to do and build. How's that whole project coming into? And you talked about it on the last podcast. I mean, really wanting to make a change for the neighborhood.
Sure. So basically, since then we were greenlit for funds to redevelop the park. So it's just a process of. I think stuff is going to start this year.
Yeah.
So by 2028, the park should be finished. Shout out to Donovan and LaQuisha, my partners in this. Wouldn't have been anything without them and their support with this project and just the neighborhood, man. So just looking forward to having a new chapter for that park and just for families to reconnect there and have a space that it's very familiar. People know about it, but you kind of just go by it at this point.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be good to have just a whole new park, whole new perspective. So it's still kind of surreal to even think you're doing something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just been a blessing to witness that transpire, man. It's just gonna be a good thing for everybody all around.
Remind me, bro. Just forgive me, man, because getting old, bro.
It happens.
I think about now when I think about the Kids Outside Festival.
Yes.
I associate it with Hip Hop Week with the park. Are those two things married, this process of getting the park redone and Kids Outside?
So basically, Kids Outside was just the thing that it was the initiative behind the park redevelopment.
Okay.
We started Kids Outside in the effort to get the neighborhood to understand what we're trying to do for George Park.
Gotcha.
So those two are definitely married. It was the brain behind the idea.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we were able to connect with Portland Parks Foundation, Portland Parks and Rec to throw the festival. Big shout out to them, Jarrell and Kim Holt. Our partners and everyone over there, they helped us throw this event to bring the awareness. First year 300 people, next year 400 people. It was just going up. I think we had the most. Last Kids Outside 4 was like 600 people.
Yeah.
And then, that's just crazy. There's never been that many people at George Park
right
at once.
Right.
So to be able to see that happen, and bringing artists, you know, through like some of the, you know, my friends and artists that are really talented, to have them grace the stage was amazing too. And just for the kids to receive all the backpacks, and, you know, we've given out damn near 1,000 backpacks and like 200 bikes, and you know, just helping fill that void, you know, because going back to school, funds, you know, at the end of the month, you know, whatever we could do to help, you know, jumpstart their school year. It was really the idea behind it. So yeah, it's great. We're not gonna do it this year because of construction. We're just gonna wait until construction is finished, and we're gonna use Kids Outside 5 as Kids Outside 4. Actually, I'm tripping. I'm thinking. Kids Outside 4. We're gonna just save it. We're gonna save that last one, you know, to be special for the ribbon cutting. So yeah, y'all look out for it. You know. What's up. But it's kind of got me back into the music space. So, you know, I'm excited to talk about that with you.
So you know, you've spent a lot of time working on this project. I've seen you pop up every once in a while. I see you pop up on the stage someplace, or announcement that you're popping up on the stage someplace. You hit me recently with a couple joints. I've been playing Disciple on the show on Welcome to the Neighborhood here on X-Ray FM. Played it last night actually on the show, and I'm curious as to the getting to this place now where you're releasing music, especially Disciple, you know, and that joint, and I'm curious as to where your head is at as a creative, the way that you're writing now, the way that you're making music now. What is your just kind of where your head's at, vision for the art that you're making right now?
Well, number one, thank you for playing my song on Welcome to the Neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it.
Come on,
but honestly, bro, my goal, you know, the last couple years, just like dealt with some like personal loss. My mom and grandma passed back to back, and just a lot of, you know, friends, my brother, like a lot of stuff has happened. And so my output has been maybe like a song a year or like a feature or something, right? So this year I came into it like I'm gonna drop a lot of projects. So the first one was Don't Question God, which has Disciple and I think like 5 other joints on there, produced by Nate Habit. Shout out to Nate. My plan was like to just get with producers that I've been wanting to work with, and I'm just building my own world with each of them. So like this first one was produced by Nate Habit's solo joint, got features on there from Xavi, Sage Woolley, and Big Bro Seldom Seen. How I even came in touch with you is through my brother, so it was cool to like do a song with him. That was a dope record because, like I said, we lost our older brother, so rest in peace, David. So like that was cool to connect. This song's called For the Family, FTF. So that was a special record. But then I kind of did this weird release with G-Lo where it's like we have this song called Tiffany, and we did this project called Breakfast with Tiffany. So we like released the song Tiffany on streaming, so y'all could find that everywhere. But the rest of the project, you have to, if you want to hear it, you have to purchase it on Bandcamp.
There you go.
So it's like just a different way to release the art, and like, you know, people really gravitated to the single, so they're like, all right, let's put the single out there. If you really rocking with what we're doing, then you would support and want to hear the rest of that world, because it's like a very interesting concept project that we literally made in 7 hours. Like we made a whole it's like 10 minutes, but it's like 5 songs. And it's an EP, so like y'all could go get that on my Bandcamp. Y'all gotta hit me for the link though. If you want it, you gotta hit me for it directly. So it's a little different way of doing things. So that's one thing. We did that back in January, but just released it May 9th. And then I'm coming right back with another project, my third album officially. The last time we talked was my second album, What Are You Afraid Of? So it's been 4 or 5 years since I've released an actual album. I'm one of those, an album has a different feel than the EP, even though some people may look at like a Don't Question God as an album, but it's like an EP we just literally made in like 3 weeks. I'm just on this rapid pace, bro. I don't know, I just feel like I haven't been feeding my core, feeding the people that support my music enough, so I just kind of have this motivation. I feel a lot better. You know, you gotta go through your grief and your reflection period when you lose pillars like that, you know. So I'm just like motivated to record right now. So next album, third album's Randall from the North, produced by Randall from the North, my boy from the area. So it's cool to like connect, and you know, we did some stuff that we feel like, you know, the section will appreciate. And I think that's very exciting. You know, I'm just getting able to go there and record and not have to worry about engineering it too. So that's been cool to just be the artist, and his beats, he produced everything, he engineered, mixed and mastered it. So it sounds, it's crazy.
So I'm gonna go back, man, because a couple of things to touch on. First question, and I want to come back and dive more into the
because there's more projects.
Oh, Lord, bro.
I'm dropping like 5 or 6 this year.
Okay, let's talk about the album just a little bit.
Which one?
And then we'll talk about so
which album?
From the North.
Oh yes.
So
Randall from the North.
When did you start working on that project?
Like a month and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like doing everything, and it's just like literally left to right.
Okay. So the reason I asked the question that way is it's interesting to me when you talk about, you know, recording the EPs and the time in which you were able to put these projects together. I find that nowadays, especially someone who's as creative and talented as you are, where you alone are able to record, engineer a project, and so you can really get it done real quick. And then because of the community that you're a part of, you have talented people who you could get in and just knock something out real quick.
It's crazy.
Being able to do a project that way, but also sitting with the project, and you haven't released a project in a minute. You know, is there? Are you someone who writes, and I mean, could you see yourself taking a year, 3 years, 4 years working on a project?
Yeah, absolutely, because that's what it was before.
You
know, but ever since kind of doing the home team thing and doing an album with Shirty and just everything I've done since then, that sped up my process. But I would. You're gonna have your stuff that ideas that don't make it off the cutting room floor, but everything that is being released is stuff that did, you know, and it all fit together cohesively. So I'm just feeling like, let's just put it out, like release it. You know what I mean? I look up to what Currency does, how he could just put out high quality art back to back to back. So I was like, man, let me try that. So I'm inspired, man. Like if I was going backward, then, you know, I would chill. But I gotta let these ideas off now, and they need to be heard this year.
Well, and that's another conversation I've had with creatives over the years, where, you know, I talk to people and they say, you know, I'm sitting on 3 or 4 projects. And
but it's like, why?
And that's just it, right? So sometimes people may express to me that they're not even. They don't even know why they haven't released it yet, right? There's an interesting quote that has been going around, I'm going to say at least for a couple of years. I think it's been at least that long, from, I believe Jazzy Jeff is the person I attribute it to. Is the first one I think I heard say it, where he said, die empty. The idea of, if you're creative, what are you holding on to stuff for?
Exactly.
You know, let it out. And man, I've been messing around in this media world long enough now to have seen both thought processes and explanations where people will go both ways in terms of holding on to projects or spending a lot of time, or it's not quite ready yet. And that's one of the reasons that I always appreciate EPs, because I look at an EP as something as, we can get in and we can knock something out, you know, real quick.
Exactly, and that's why I was calling them EPs, because that was the mindset. You know, because I know, like, people who know, like, my albums definitely have a different tone and feel than the EPs, but the EPs are still quality stuff too. So I'm just glad I could do both, and I utilize both of those avenues. You know, because there's so much thoughts going through my head clearly. You know, like 50, 60 songs this year, maybe.
That's crazy, bro.
It's kind of crazy. I've never done that before.
So then another thought came to me. So when you talk about Breakfast with Tiffany, I love the way that you describe that. So, it's fun. I think now you have to be creative, not just in creating the art, but you also have to be creative in how people are going to receive the art, right? And man, forgive me if I'm not attributing this correctly, but I'm 97% sure it was the Grouch who released, I think it's his most recent project. I forget the name of it, Grown Folk Rap, something like that. And I had an opportunity to do an interview with him on Welcome to the Neighborhood, and I went to listen to the project on Tidal. I think it was on Tidal, and I'm listening to it, and I think I get into the first, maybe the second song, and then I get to the next, and like the track listing is right there. It's right there, B. So I'm listening to it, and then I get to the song where it's just his voice, and he's talking to you, and it's like it's on some like, yo, appreciate you streaming the joint, you know what I mean? Creative artist. If you really want to support, go buy it. Yeah. And I thought, how dope is that? Right. Because streaming is the way that we all access everything now. Yeah. Whether it's film, whether it's film, whether it's audiobooks, or whether it's music. And when I even get into, unless you want to, we have to get into how little artists are supported via streaming. Yeah, absolutely. But to find ways to utilize that, and that's what he did. He utilized, hey, my album's out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Go listen to it, but then let me talk directly to you by saying, okay, essentially I gave you 2 joints for free. Right. There's everything else that's on the project. If you want to listen to it, go here and go buy it. And I thought that was dope. So when you give the description of, you know, giving people a single, now go to Bandcamp. And like for real, for real.
Shout out to G-Lo. He came up with that idea. He was just like, we should just be creative with the release of it. And it's like a short film, audio book, crazy scenario. Word. It's cool. It's cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah. It was a creative way to do music. So we let that out. And just Randall from the North's up next. And then it's gonna keep going.
So let's get into Randall from the North a little bit. Yeah. So North, let me say it right. North. So this particular project, what's the theme behind it? You know, for folk who maybe aren't from Portland and don't necessarily recognize the significance of North Portland. What's the theme behind this project?
I think it was just a meeting. I actually pulled up on Frano. He was at Twilight Room for his birthday back in like October or something like that. Yeah. Pulled up on him, and that was like my first time actually meeting him, because, you know, he had been working with like Vari, Tego, you know, people from our area and whatnot. Yeah. So see the name a lot, and I'm like, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what's up with this guy. Yeah. And we just kicked it that night, and it was just day one. He was just super solid. He's like, I gotta send you some joints, and sent me a pack. One of the songs from the original pack like has made it, I think. Yeah, at least one. But from there it's just, he came through. He's got like the record player. He's sampling. We're like picking through samples. My mom had this crate of records I've been just having in my closet, you know, since she passed, and I was like, bro, let's crack some of these and see what we could do. So like we're just doing everything, you know what I'm saying? Recording at my crib, recording up at the studio, you know, it's just a amalgamation of that, you know. So that's what the album reflects, man. So we got different, you know, I got different concept records, you know. I'm always gonna have my signature vulnerability, whatnot, but because it's real, you know, like I'm just gonna telling different stories. I'm always trying to come with different stories, you know, samples, so you'll hear that. But yeah, it's dope. It's just like he's the younger version of the North. I'm like my version of it, so it's cool to put that together, and that's what you'll hear on Randall from the North.
Is this a different process for you then in creating, from what you just described, in terms of working with the producer this way, going through records this way, sampling this way?
Yeah, I love the fact that he's willing to allow me into the production process, because, you know, sometimes I work with people that just send you the pack, right, and you don't never really see what they're creating. So we get a chance to actually figure that out. You know what I mean? We're like literally listen to records. We'll take time where it's just days where we're just digging. Yeah. you know, but that's a part of the process. And it's funny because it just feels like we've been working on it for a long time, but it's just every time we link, you know, every time I go to the studio, I'm doing like 4 records that night, like, you know, so we're just kind of real efficient.
Yeah.
Every time we get a link, he's a parent, I'm a parent, you know, so we got to find time, you know, in the time that we could find, and that's how the album has been created.
It's interesting because that's also, I guess it's always fairly, I don't know, some of the things that are most celebrated in my life when I think about the way a lot of music was created was what you just described, where the creatives, the producer sits with the artist, and it's, you know, there's a bit of co-production there. And so I love hearing that because I know times change, you know, and now you can just get a folder of, you know, 100 beats from somebody, and then out of that 100 you can pick 20 and record 15 and 10 make a project. But this idea, I love hearing this creative process.
Collaborate. I want to collab directly with you. I want you to feel as much a part of this album because there's no album without you. So I want to be there working on it with you. You know, I much rather work with people face to face, you know, than as opposed to the other. But, you know, I work with on Breakfast with Tiffany, my homie Fourth Beats, who I've been working with forever. I've never met him in person, but he lives in California, and he sent a pack because he wanted me to get on his album. So I did a track for his album, but then I heard all of those other ones. So I just pulled them up. Like I said, just random night at G-Lo's crib. We just made the whole project just off that. Came up with this idea of this narrative of this girl, Tiffany, she's trying to like mess with both of us. You know what I mean? And at the end, we're like, we figure it out, and it's just it's funny. It's just like he and I got this funny personality, so it just makes sense for us to do a concept record like that. You know? So, and yeah, man, it's just I'm just gonna keep it going, bro. I get a chance to work with this gentleman named Wildfire. I worked on that music last year. So I kind of already been planning it. Everything's just getting put out differently. You know, like I had to switch up the schedule a little bit. But that album is Wildfire. He's produced Cushion Corinthians, Average Joe for Kendrick, Black Republican for Nas and Jay-Z. He's crazy. Like this guy's he's on Raekwon's album that just dropped. Bro's got, you know, he's got credits, and like I sent him a track one time, just freestyle I did, and he's like, I gotta send you a pack, and I'm like, yeah, right, you know. And then last June he sent me the pack, and now he sent me another pack, and we got an album. That's fire too. So it's all produced by him. I haven't met him in person yet either, but you know, he's a legend in the game. So it's cool to be able to work with a producer that's got credits like that too. So by approach it the same thing. That album's called Hope for the Best, Prepare for the Worst. And it's crazy. Like, so that's I kind of was doing all these to amplify the fact that I'm gonna drop that one, because that's you know, a big deal for me. So that's July 6th. So I'm just, bro, around from the North, June 13th. I'm like weeks, like just letting it go.
That's crazy. See,
generational run, bro.
Look, bro,
generational, you know, August 16th.
What?
Yeah, so that's with my boy Shane Queasy. So I got projects with all these people.
It's so interesting, bro. Because, you know, there's a part of me that does want to go, bro, like, release the album, let it sit for a minute, you know, let people just.
They're gonna come back to it. But that's the thing, I could do content forever. So like all next year, I don't have to release nothing. I could do content for all of that stuff I release and really amplify it that way. I love
that part, and that's a conversation that I can remember having with artists in the past, like, you know, the idea of and I've said this behind the scenes to artists many times, and this is nothing new, like people have done this, but what if you were to release an album and then remix the album, right? You release the album in June, and then in January the next year you release a remix version of the album. You give it a whole new life.
Different.
And then you shoot videos for the, you know what I mean? Like you could make an album work for you for a couple of years that way.
You really
can.
And
I hear that's what you're saying. Like you're gonna release this stuff, and then you'll get to continue to work.
Exactly. So that's the plan, man. Because you know, I've started filming my own stuff. You know, like we filming this interview right now. Like that's just that's a new thing I'm learning too. Because with with the music, you have to have content, you have to have stuff for people to connect to. So, I've taken up an interest with that. Me and my boy Steve created the cinematic division. So that's our film company that we're looking to get off the ground, and we've been filming stuff for people in MBG and expanding. He's in Chicago, I'm here. So yeah, we're just expanding that as well. So why not create content for everything that we're releasing? So we've released Q&A off of Don't Question God. We have a video for that. Like, I'm trying to at least have a couple of videos for everything we're doing, and just everything else. We did like episodes, we do mini docs, everything. So
dope. I mean, the idea that as a creative, you are now able to do so much with content.
Yeah.
Man, it's so funny. Like I was saying when we started, bro, like I've known you for so long. I remember when you were just talking to me about MBG. Like, I don't know if that's when it first jumped off, but I know that it was a thing with people that you collaborate with, that you've collaborated with over the years, and other collectives that I've seen you collaborate with. Not specific to the albums, and I want to continue to talk about that, but there have been times where I've been in conversation with people here in the city, and maybe we're talking about anything in terms of events that are coming up, or talking about just the Portland scene, and the way that your name comes up in some of these conversations that I'm having with people. And you mentioned it a little bit, with Randol from the North and the producer you're working with, kind of being new generation. Where do you, I don't even know if you can answer this question, because you got to get a little bit, as you get more life experience,
yeah, sure,
you get to look back.
Yeah.
And you ain't there yet, bro. You still
I'm still working. I'm still working.
But do 30s. You see your you're such a young man. Do you see do you see yourself as having a place, not even having a place, sorry, that's not the right way to say it.
It's all good.
Do you see where you are in the Portland music scene?
Yes and no. I always feel, the way I look at it is, of course you want flowers, you want this, you want that, you want respect, you want notoriety, but the way I look at it is like, I just love to make music, bro, and I love to actually work with different people, because, different ideas, blending different ideas with different people has just been ill. Like from the jump, I love features. Honestly, some of my best verses are on features. So I think it was just a good way for people to talk, like you said, people in different circles, and if my name comes up, you would think like they're gonna say, oh, he's never gonna slouch on the record, like we're gonna make it a record, it's gonna be competitive, it's gonna be fun, whatever the record calls for. But I would hope that people see that I've grown as a performer. That was a really big deal for me as well, because I've focused so much on the writing and the artistry aspect, that when I first started performing, it was a different, like I had to learn how to be a better performer. Now it's just nothing. It's fun. It's second nature. I love to perform. So I'm just trying to have all those different elements about myself, man. I hope that's what people think. Like, just got all those different bags I could get into. So it's cool. I love it. I love my place in it. And I'm just gonna keep being creative. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, bro. You know, pretty soon they're gonna be calling you OG, bro. Just so you know.
Man, I'm already hearing Unc. Folks is calling me Unc already, so that's crazy. But hey, man, as long as I'm continue to get better, I appreciate it. That's a stamp. That's an honor to be considered something like that. Yeah. So.
And that I think, bro, and this is just my opinion, Matt. I don't associate that only with the number of spins that you've taken around the sun. I associate it with what you've done. Oh yeah. So we talk 100%. About what you've done, not only in terms of releasing music, but in building community with MBG, in doing what you're doing in community with things like the Kids Outside Festival. Like you've done things that will impact people, both in entertainment, but also in making an impact in people's lives, and can be seen as someone who's built this network of multiple different entities that work to support one another, but then also that are platforms for other people to do, which I think some of that just takes life experience to understand that, extending a hand to someone else or helping someone else see their vision. I think that's what makes you an OG. That's what makes you
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? Because you're doing things that are like,
thank you,
the focus is not always going to be on you.
Yeah,
which
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
I'm more than good with that.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. It's if you're not moving like that, then I don't think blessings come your way, man. You gotta be able to take that back seat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about being the front man for everything. So it's just the right thing to do, man. Recognize the needs in the neighborhood, in the community, and I felt like they deserved it. My son being the catalyst of it, saying, "Dad, I'm bored." I took him to the park. He got bored in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for whatever reason, I struck a chord, and I hit up Donovan. We brought in LaQuisha, and it just took off from there with everything else. So. Yeah, I mean, shoot, I'll take it. I'll be on.
That's what's up.
OG. Like, it's cool to be able to be a part of stuff, man.
Yeah.
I want to continue to find things I could impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the mic and off.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
As you're releasing these projects, and you've had now the experience of creatively what you guys did with Breakfast with Tiffany, and the impact that these next 3 projects will potentially have on your listeners, but then also in meeting new audiences. Are there any things that you have thought about, things that you can share? And the reason I say it that way is because I know some stuff you want to keep close to the vest, but let's just take the example that you gave of releasing a single and then really pointing people to how they can tangibly support your art. Are you thinking creatively about how you will release these projects, things that will be associated with it, whether it be live installations or different things like that?
Yeah, definitely just trying to think of different experiences. I'm just connected with a brother named Tay Collier from Smooth Collective. We're going to start doing like a little brand that we're going to like amalgamate our brands together and going to start releasing stuff. This is actually one of their shirts.
Oh, word.
Smooth Collective, check them out. They're incredible. So that's a partnership that I'm looking forward to telling stories through the merch. So that's coming. We want to do a listening for Randall from the North. Like I have a plan of maybe doing like 10 people at a time. So we'll do like different listening events.
That's dope.
They could come pull up to the studio.
That's dope.
And we just give them the whole experience.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm excited about. Want to lock more into it. I actually got a meeting about that later. So
okay.
So just things like that, and whatever else. I guess I could come up with. Always trying to find creative ways to make it different, man. I think each project is its own world, and it deserves its own respect.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about it. So it could be looked at like, oh, bro's just throwing out songs, throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. But but at the same time, it's just quality. Everything is different. I don't know. I'm just riding this wave of connecting with someone. We figure it out, and it just comes together pretty quick, and it's like weeks.
Wow.
And some of the stuff is older, but like that deserves to be heard too.
Yeah.
So just letting it all go.
So with this much, with this creative process, just wave that you're on right now, and being able to release this much content, in a short amount of time, it could make sense, Matt, to like, put together a show and hit a stage. B.
I'm saying, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wanna find a good one.
Yeah.
I'm looking. So if y'all know anyone, let me know. I'm trying to would love to do like a event, concert type thing where I could perform records from everything. That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be actually real crazy to do a show with a set of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The records that are all released.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Where, like I said, bro, when I think about what I've witnessed career-wise for you, and how I've seen you do stuff with your collective, and then collaborating with with other collectives I know that you're a part of, there continues to be, I think, in Portland, groups that are doing things, doing shows, doing monthlies, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the comeback from that we were all impacted by, which was 2019 when COVID hit.
Sure.
I think we're seeing more and more folk coming out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely had an impact on creative process. It definitely had an impact on live events, and going through the personal challenges that you've already shared, and then just life, like you said, man, being a dad and those responsibilities. Where do you see? I was asked this question in so many ways recently. Where do you see Portland? Let's talk just creatively as an artist, as a performer. Where do you see Portland today? Within the next 2, 3, 5 years.
Creatively, man, it's just so much talent. Everyone I just seems keep coming across different artists and different areas, different. You know what I mean? Like, it's creatively, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
There's no ceiling for it, because the younger kids are really like creating their own wave too. So it's cool to have a blend of like the OGs, the vets, and then the younger crowd. And I think talent wise, it's fun to watch, because everybody, I be hearing it. I have a chance to record some of the younger cats, and they're incredible. So sky's the limit.
That's what's up.
Yeah, sky's the limit.
I have conversations with folk, various things. Let's just, as an example, I'm gonna use this example, but man, if y'all watch this, please let's not make it a situation, please. So one of the things that happens in Portland is every year, shout out to the Willamette Week. Every year there's a best new band.
Oh man.
And
I know where we going.
I know that, but look,
I've never been on it. I've never been on it. I've never been on it. Best new band, holla at me. I'm killing it this year, bro.
So look,
my shit.
the every year they release best new band, and I understand the challenge. I almost sometimes feel like, and I don't think I've ever expressed this out loud before. So this is, but I almost feel like would for my take on what this actually is, would we benefit from just changing the name from best new band to like
band
I don't
of
know,
the year, or
not even that, just like
I don't even think
the band you haven't heard of yet, or who you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes I know I have seen what happens is people will, we are all human, right? And it's really easy to kind of get in your feelings, like, well, why are they the best new band? Why am I, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my approach to something like this is I'm circle back to what you were just talking about. My approach to it is there is so much content out here. There's so much music out here. So when those things come my way, or if I'm in conversation with someone and they're saying, hey, who should I be listening to, or this thing, and trying to find whatever.
Yeah.
I have spent so much time with building relationships with people in my generation, and then people in your generation. This next generation, I don't really like, bro. You done ran down like 15 names of people. I'm like, I do a weekly radio show. You feel me? So some of this is it's good for me to know these people, because I have a platform. You know what I mean?
I always found a way to kind of connect. I don't know, it's weird.
So my point with all of that is, whether it's someone who's a curator like I am, who has a platform for creatives,
right,
or whether it's someone who is just living in the area, or not even in the area, but is interested in the Portland music scene, what's the avenue that you see that people can go and tap into? Because something like here are 5 or 10 people that you should be aware of, best new band, or whatever you want to call it, tune into a radio show. How do we identify these people who are creating this content?
Yeah, no, that's the hardest part, right? I mean, the 2 showcases that we really have is Thesis, of course, and Hungry Hip Hop. Those are 2 that have supported me really connected me with the different artists. So that's kind of how I found out, you know. So you really want to go to those. I don't know, it wouldn't hurt to, I think with that, you'll see, you know, if you really like studying the page, you'll see different people, because they have all their different avenues too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone has their own thing. I think that's how you find it. And then you just really just go into events. Like just going to events, I'm sure you're gonna run into an artist. So it's just kind of about going out and networking. Shoot, Google search Portland hip hop artists. Who are some people I should know?
Yeah.
Reach out to them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and then that's how you connect and build. And I don't know, it was like that. That's kind of how it started for me. And then I don't know, man, just artists just come out of nowhere. I think for me it was having a studio. You know, that put me onto a lot of artists I would have never knew.
That makes sense.
And then again, just paying attention, and everyone's connected with somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like it's the city's small, so that it's not too hard to find who's doing what out here.
Yeah, it's interesting. Shout out to Next Up, Shrista. I know she's bringing her open mic situation back. That's another event.
Absolutely.
Pyam and Sayu Beats. They have their situation.
Good vibes. Yeah, I'm with that. I told them. I'm trying to be good vibes MVP. I told them I like going over there, because I love Alberta Street Pub.
No doubt.
We just did one last month.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
because I had him on the show. We were so much.
Yeah.
So that's dope, bro. And
Absolutely.
I love that, especially for, again, you know, for your generation, next generation, folks who are going to be out. And when I first started doing radio 15 years ago, that was me. Like, I was going out to events and I was meeting people, and I was.
Yep.
I still had this platform, bro, but I ain't going out like I used to. You feel me?
Yeah.
So for someone like me, where my goal is to continue to provide this platform for artists, you know, you know me, you've known me for a number of years, so it's really easy for you to drop something and then hit me and be like,
easy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for that next generation, you know, and not just for me, but for this radio station, for X-Ray FM or for Freeform Radio or for Cable, or, you know, for some of these local radio stations, these platforms that are, you know, or for Roses and Bridges Radio, you know, how do we let creatives know we are here to do the thing that you're looking for somebody to do for you, right? You're making your art, and yes, you're making it the universal you're making the art because it is your creative process, and you want people to hear it. And yes, we live in a time where you can just put your stuff up on streaming and everybody can get access to it. But when you do that, sometimes it can get lost in the algorithm.
True.
Because you're putting your art out there amongst literally millions of others. Right. Whereas when you have a situation like a radio station, where not only will we play your music, but then we'll also invite you in to do an interview so that you can tell more of the story, and that can lead to a podcast interview. So you can tell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do we identify, not even we identify, how do we let creatives know you don't necessarily have to go pay a publicist to get all of that, right? Yeah. Because if you had an A&R, that's what they would do. They'd set you up with interviews, and they would do this, that, and the third to help you push your, and you got all these pieces here in Portland where people are willing to do that at no cost.
Yeah.
To help build the local industry.
I feel like maybe it needs to be advertised more, because it seems, from an artist standpoint, in my opinion, I feel like it's hard to get the local station stuff behind you. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, I've known you for so long, so we got to connect and build over the years. Right, but it is, for a younger artist, they feel like the older people be gatekeeping a little bit. Yeah, I think that's the thing. So if you know, you saying this right now, and somebody watching this, they'll be like, damn, okay, I could reach out to Klyph and send he'll play my songs on the radio. Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah. For any young artist coming up. I think if more of the people, you know, they need to think like you. Yeah. You know, if they're coming out and saying it, and then they really follow up with that and accept submissions and things like that, then now build that relationship between the media and the artist. Yeah. But I don't think it's advertised enough, or like what'll happen is, like you said, 'cause stuff getting lost. You know, you email stuff and then maybe they don't see it, and then the artist is feeling jaded, like, oh yeah, y'all never play my stuff, so that'll make them want to be anti.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think just having a better process of like the submissions and then really getting back to the artists and letting them know like, yo, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I think just being straight up with artists.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's not ready yet, then just tell them to keep working and come back. You know, that way you don't push them away. But I feel like a lot of artists feel like the doors are closed. You know, like they can't access somebody like a Cool Nuts or you or some OG1 or someone like that. So I don't know. Just I think we got to bridge that gap a little bit better.
It's so interesting. Like I love being able to have this conversation because I have these conversations with other people in my position, and I feel like there, on both sides, there's a sense of like hearing that from you is very eye-opening to it to a certain degree.
I hear it from them, so it's
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so I get to hear folk from and I agree. I think coming to the table and let's have a conversation. I know that was what OG1 was working on building with meeting of the minds. Like let's get everybody in a room, and you know there were times that we would do if you're gonna submit music. This is how you need to submit it, like breaking it down, like you know, sharing it with you. And I think that was really helpful for those who were in the room. So like the invitation is come and we'll tell you how to do it. But then if people don't show up, then they don't get that. You know, and there are always these little pieces like. And I'm gonna be 1,000% transparent, bro. I'm gonna be 1,000% transparent. In one of my wife always. How many email addresses do you have? And one of my 9 different email addresses. When I get that email from Mat Randol, oh, that's the homie. What's up? Right? But that email is also amongst a number of different emails from individual artists and emails from labels sending me music and emails from publicists sending me music. You know what I mean? So I have all of this music coming at me. When I see a recognizable name like that, not just recognizable. Because that's not always the case. When I see music coming from someone who understands the process, several times in this interview you talked about making quality music, and that's always going to be key.
Oh yeah,
right. That's so when I see that, I know. I shouldn't say this, but it's the truth. I know that if you were to email me, and my show is 8 to 10 p.m. on a Saturday night, if you email me, if I see your email at 8:25, right, which means I'm literally doing the show.
Yeah.
I know that I can open the folder, pull the song, and I don't even have to listen to it because you've established what kind of music you're going to send me. You've established that I need a clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's super, super easy.
Yeah.
My point in saying all of that is I will get to those emails. That the one artist that sends me the song that's amongst 30 different emails that I got to get to, I'm going to get to it, but understand that you sent it to me this week and I get 30 emails this week. Next week, I'm going to get another 30 emails. The next week, I get another, you know what I mean? So just be patient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Understand that it's not always that people aren't rocking with you.
Right.
If we're talking about the creative process, but if you say, you know what, I really, really want to get a job as a firefighter. And so I'm going to put my resume together and I'm going to submit my resume. And if they don't get back to you, if you say, man, they chumps, they don't, no. You got to call. Hey, yo, I sent it. I'm just following up.
Not gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what the youngsters do. They're a little, they're different.
So let this be a lesson to you, whether you're submitting your art or whether you're working in the corporate world or whatever. Be respectively.
Be respectful.
Be respectful, but be persistent.
Sure.
Because
respectfully persistent.
Thank you. If I know that you're working as hard for your art as I'm going to work playing it on the radio and talking about it, and I will say this. I've had conversations with individuals who have had platforms putting shows on and this, that, and the third, and feeling like they're working harder for the artist to promote the show that they're putting the artist on, and the artist is working themselves. I don't feel really good. You know what I mean? If when this gets posted, I know that you're going to push this interview.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Got to.
Guess what, bro? I don't get paid for this. So you pushing this interview, it doesn't do anything for my pockets. It helps you. It helps your brand. It helps your brand. I really want it. So when we talk about coming together and working together,
yeah,
I think it really needs to be, let's all work because if the scene works strong individually for the collective,
right,
individually for the collective, now all of a sudden, and this goes way back to my question a while ago, 3, 4, 5 years from now, imagine what this is going to look like. We got 2 brand new venues about to hit Portland, which means now we got the opportunity for touring artists to not go, the Bay, Seattle.
Right.
We might have touring
jump.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you got these 2 venues, along with the great venues we already have here. Now you're going to start seeing these people come into the city.
Right.
All glory to God, man. I've had an opportunity to have great relationships, build great relationships with promoters, and have a radio show. So now, if I have the opportunity to constantly play your joints, and an artist is coming through, and I see, this is a dope artist that would fit. Matt would be dope on this bill.
That's why I wanted to give you hella joints.
You know what I'm saying? That I can get the promoter.
That was the whole point,
right?
Yeah.
So
that was my motivation. I said, bro, how many joints can I send Klyph this year? How many joints is Klyph gonna rock with? How many joints? So that was a plan. Come on, man.
So I think that you've given me some. I love hearing that. I just still figuring that part out though. Like when you talk about advertising it better.
I've always been on that.
Yeah.
That's been my Achilles heel, is the advertising of it. So that's why this year I'm just not thinking about it. I'm just going.
Yeah.
Don't Question God was like super personal type of record, real underground. Like I've always wanted to do I felt like if me and Doom were working.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I approached it. It was more grimy. It was cool. To be able to do that record with Nate, and then just everything is different. Like I said, every project has its own thing, and I don't know. I'm just my mind's working very interesting this year, so I'm just letting it go. Letting my ADHD just kick off.
That's good. One of the things that, and I know that there's some other shows that I see doing it, which I think is really, really dope, and it's nothing new. Radio shows have been doing this for years. When I've as I continue to develop Welcome to the Neighborhood and wanted to try to make it the best that I could make it, one of the things that I looked at was who did I listen to when I was coming up? Who influenced me? Who made me interested in radio, and who do I celebrate? And I think about Stretch and Bobbito, and one of the things that I haven't done it in a minute. I mean, COVID had an impact on how I do the show, but one of the things that I really dug was being able to set up cameras and have artists come through and spit live on air, because I think I think the true MCs will stand out.
Sure.
Right. So as a creative, is that something that you feel like is valued today?
I feel like not as much, man. It should be. I miss when I would do it. I think that's like the proving ground. You want to see if you could do that. You gotta be ready. But I don't think it's valued as much anymore as it should be. But it could be just on both. The artists may not be taking it as serious as they did before. So
that was kind of a lead-in question asking you, should I bring it back?
You should.
Okay.
Bring that back.
Okay.
Bring that back. That's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that void is missing.
Yeah. I mean, and maybe some of this is the old head in me. Maybe some of this is, I struggle with the term gatekeeping because it has such a negative connotation.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to use that word gatekeeping, or that term gatekeeping, but I will say I do feel like it's my responsibility as someone who has a life experience, has seen. I'm old enough to say I've literally seen this art form since its beginning.
Right.
I think it's my responsibility to hold it to a certain standard. I do appreciate now that more people are recognizing that hip hop and rap are not the same thing.
Right.
That hip hop is a culture, and rap music is a part of hip hop.
Yeah.
That being said, inviting people to come through and spit on air, it does a couple of different things. You can embarrass yourself.
You can.
You know what I mean? You come through and you ain't coming right, you can embarrass yourself.
You can.
And I don't have to say anything. Like, did that to yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but I think I've man, bro, like, Welcome to the Neighborhood has always been, it's open door, man.
Right.
You know, send me a joint, I'll play it.
Right.
You know, if people call, if people respond, if people are, then it's gonna continue to get played.
Right.
But nah, that's good, bro. That's good. So
Bring it back. I'll come back.
That's what's up. All right.
I already know.
It's some things are in the works. Let me just say that some things are in the works.
Say less.
You are being in the midst of releasing this much music.
Yeah, halfway through.
Do you?
Project number 3.
Do you feel just the process of creating music? Do you feel growth in your creative process? You know what I mean? Like when you release,
leaps and bounds.
When we're the consumers, we can say, "Yo, I can see that."
Yeah.
But do you, as a creative, feel that?
I do. And you know, another way of connecting was I've connected with artists so much. So this time it's connected with producers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my approach, is being able to connect with all these different producers, and then other people are like, damn, okay, yeah. You know, I heard that may make them want to work with them, vice versa. Mm-hmm. Or the artists that I get on their production, that could start a relationship. Mm-hmm. You know, like getting Xavier on my, pretty much he's been on like all of the projects so far. Yeah. Like I think that's a strategy now. But it's cool. But I just love making music with bro, but like being able to get him on deserving of it, and they're dope artists. Yeah. So I always love connecting, you know, all of those different worlds together. So I don't know, man. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. I gotta ride this wave while it lasts, you know, because you never know when the motivation and that drive could fan out for a little bit. It might take a while to get back. So the process, I'm just enjoying the process. Is great. It's easier.
But I hear you say that, and the truth of the matter is, tomorrow's not promised for anybody.
Exactly.
Nobody knows what tomorrow brings. But
absolutely.
Do you? And again, bro, this is just my perspective outside looking in.
Absolutely.
Can you see yourself not creating? I mean, Matt, I've known you for a number of years, bro, and you, even though you may not have released music,
mm-hmm.
you may not have released an album, I've seen your creative process still show up in different ways. Mm-hmm. I mean, can you imagine yourself not expressing yourself creatively?
No, I think I'm just gonna do that until, you know, whenever that may be. Yeah. Lord willing. Yeah. No, it's just a part of who I am,
You're
man. Right. Like at this point, I think ever since I caught the bug of that and the way my mind works, I just gotta let that creativity out, you know, because holding it in is not doing anything. Yeah. It's not sharing nothing. Yeah. So I think I'm always be creative.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, that's what's up. Or as you have worked on your projects, worked with producers, as you've had artists come through the studio, and then as you've done shows and connected with people, and as your place as really a veteran in this Portland rap scene now.
For sure.
Can you name and it's not top, just like people who just come to top of mind.
No list.
No list. No list.
No list, man. I'm cool on the list, bro.
No, this is more, you know, selfishly for me. Okay. Who's somebody that I should just be aware of?
Who? Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm gonna send you the real list after.
Okay.
But no, like, you know, G-Lo.
Okay.
He's grown so much,
mm-hmm.
Talent wise.
Mm-hmm.
Lane, DC Capital, Marquise, GL93 just started like 2 years ago, but mm-hmm. it's great what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Xavier, mm-hmm. Sage Woolley, dang, So many.
Yeah, and I asked that question because
those are people I really like listen to and rock with right now.
Yeah.
But shout out to everybody. You know, like I'm not gonna just say I'll be here for hours naming everybody. But
and it's not this is not everybody. These are the best. It's more of like all those names that you just mentioned.
Yeah,
I'm sure maybe those names came right, but I want to.
Yeah.
I want to continue to foster this. This habit of when we get platforms, let's talk about people who maybe y'all don't know about yet.
Sure.
It's not that these are the people. It's just like you may not have heard these names yet. So let me.
No, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Because I think that's how we grow the scene.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. You know, I always try to be tapped in with everybody, and you know, I like what I like, and you know, those brothers, very talented individuals, and just excited for them to see where they take it to.
Yeah.
You know, so it's cool to be rhyming with them.
That's what's up, bro. Okay, so let's run it down for the people one more time. Man.
Okay,
we're recording this. This will probably drop. This may drop.
Yeah, when you
around the first of June.
Okay, perfect, man. So that's a couple days away for the next one.
Okay, so in June what are we getting?
Randall from the North, produced by Randall from the North, mixed, mastered, recorded by Randall from the North. It's been really cool. First single, Feels Right, coming out here in the next couple weeks. I'll send it to you. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
Edit,
yes, sir.
radio edit.
Thank
first
you.
single dropping.
Thank you.
We'll drop a couple. I want to drop like a couple of like singles before the release on June 13th.
Okay, that's what's up.
And then
any features on that one?
So far, just on one song.
Okay.
They'll see.
Okay.
But everything else is pretty much me. That's what I love about that one.
Yeah.
It was just me and him locked in.
Yeah.
So it's just like a cool thing. And right now it's feeling like a series because we're still creating. We have like a week and a half left, and we're kind of working right up until we got to turn it in.
Okay.
So it might even change, but right now it feels good. It's like 11 songs right now.
And you're releasing it on
it's independent,
okay.
ABG,
okay.
Of course, through United Masters.
Okay, that's
so
what's up.
That's the partnership. So,
okay,
like just everything independent. That's another beauty of it too, is that I can release whenever I want.
Yeah,
because I'm my own label.
Yeah,
sign myself to myself.
That's what's up. I love that. I love that.
July 6th. Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. Produced by Wildfire. So far, I got features from Keys, GL93, Xavier, Westside Boogie, Wavy Joseph. I think that's it so far. So that's cool.
Second track with Westside Boogie.
Yeah, it is. It is. This is funny. I had the verse for a minute, but I'm like, hey, we reworked and put on this album.
That's what's up.
I guess him and Wildfire had worked before, so that would be kind of cool.
No doubt.
Both of them got bigger name than me right now. So it's a good record. Reworked the record. Hopefully he don't trip. I think it's a better sounding record.
No doubt.
It's kind of cool to be able to rework something around the old verse.
Yeah.
I rewrote a verse, got a dope hook, beats fire. Bro. So that. After that, August 16th, Generational with Shane Queasy. Got features on there from artists. So I got to figure that out. So he's dope. One of the newer guys. Yeah. Talented dude.
Yeah.
So got a pretty big feature with him, and then just like the Team Shirty is back. Me and him making music. It's been a minute since we've made music, and that was cool to have him. Cool to have him on the record. Some other stuff going on, but that's like 7-8 songs.
Okay.
So that and kind of just going from there, man. I might end the year with something, but we'll see.
At the rate that you're on right now, I can't.
Might as well.
I would not be surprised.
It might be Randall from the North too.
Okay.
Like we already kind of like 5. Like we already got like 5 beats made for that.
Wow, that's fire.
I'm gonna go to the studio tonight.
Yeah.
With him, so we're gonna finish up what we have and do more.
It's crazy. Bro.
So those and just kind of wait and see what's going on, and just keep riding the wave, man. It's cool. Make content.
You know, again, bro, it's cool for me to be able to have this conversation with you in 2026.
Right.
Again, when I think about the journey that I've had an opportunity to witness you.
We link up, and it's always dope.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I like coming to talk with you, and it's always at a very important pivotal moment in my life. So that's crazy. It's not an accident.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
For sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, I will say that I appreciate the consistency that you've had in how you carry yourself, how you create content. Anybody who taps into anything that I do, hopefully it stands forth that you know I'm a man of faith, and I think that the fact that you always include your full self and you bring that as a part of your creative process, I think is dope, especially in a day and age where, you know, I've seen some people, and that's me. Forgive me, Lord. That's me judging that. I know I shouldn't judge, but I'm a judge. Like, man, come on, we gotta do better. Like some things we just gotta do better, man.
I just feel like it's very easy to show up as this, and live my life every day as this, because this is who I really am. It's not Mat Randol isn't a stage name or act. Like I really am who I am, because that's who I show up. I go to work. I got a job. I got a family. Like that's how you see me at the grocery store. I'm the same dude that's sitting right here.
That's what's up.
And that's who I am in the music. And it's just a lot easier to do that than play a role.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
So that's how it's gonna be.
That's love, bro. The homie Mat Randol. So if people, what's the best way? Well, two questions. First question is, what's the best way for people to just tap in with you, just to be like, yo, maybe they're not familiar with you, or maybe they just hadn't been connected in a minute. What's the best way for people to just tap in and see, okay, let me see what Mat's up to?
Yeah, I mean socials, the Instagrams, Facebooks. X, whatever they call it. Is it Twitter? I call it Twitter still, bro.
I call it Twitter.
I really don't be on there. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really be on there. TikTok, I have them, but like, if I see something, I'm gonna always respond. So like, you know, anybody that just randomly comes across my music or something and wants to send a message, I'm always gonna respond, because I think at the end of the day, that interaction with someone, you know, I think as a fan of music myself, being able to reach out to your favorite artists and they show love back, it's like, yo, it's like, man, see, that's why I support your music, and that's what makes you solid. So yeah, anytime anybody want to reach out to me, you know, questions, whatever, like you can always hit me up on my socials. To find my catalog of music, the always best to go to Bandcamp, because that's where you could directly support me, the artist, and you know, you could support some of your favorite artists on there too. So always just go there. I always update that. All the music is up there as I release it, so you can find it all in one place. I think that's very important. I got to get my matrandol.com back right, because that'll be like the go-to, the hub to really get at me. But those are the ways now. And come to shows, merch coming soon. Support the merch brand that we're about to start, and just excited about it all.
I'm excited to see
I'm about to go talk to him right now.
That's what's up.
Get this first jacket off.
Come on now. It's
fire. Shout out Smooth Collective.
All right, y'all. Mat Randol, bro. Thank you so much, man. So appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Always good to see you, bro.
Come on. All right, y'all. That's it. That's another episode of the Welcome to. No, we ain't. This the Klyph Notes podcast. Man,
we out here.
Yeah, we out here. We all the way out here.
Look, see, he got two different radio stations. Bro got stations.
I'm out here, bro. So
Klyph
Notes podcast, once again, is available everywhere you listen to your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or at klyphnotes.com.
For sure.
You can check it out also. You can check me out also on social media at DJ Klyph, DJ Klyph. You can check me out at djklyph.com. And what else, man? No requests every fourth Sunday. Pull up at the White Eagle Saloon. No cover, 6 to 9. It's early because we got to go to work the next day, and it's just a vibe. Just pull up and, you know, grab a plate of foods. That opportunity to come and connect with people. We ain't connected in a minute. It's the perfect spot to do that.
Facts.
So you can pull up to that. Shout out to 503 Records that comes through often with a crate of vinyl. So if you're like, I need to get on my vinyl game, Aaron brings out crates of vinyl when he comes out, so that you can peruse and again support local businesses. We just finished up the first phase of the vinyl store tour. Shout out to 503 Records, Specs Records, and Prospector Records. All vinyl sets that we did, myself, Ambush, and DJ OG1. And we're planning the next phase of that. And man, KRMB, Roses and Bridges Radio. Come on, really, really soon.
I'm here.
All right, y'all. Until we have an opportunity to do this again, y'all be blessed.